Oh, this hair is rough today. Hello, everyone. We're a little bit behind schedule today, so we gotta go fast here. Today, we're gonna make some buffalo chicken sandwiches, at least one for my boyfriend, and I'll probably just have just a chicken. Then we're gonna make just some homemade potato wedges or fries. So let me get my potatoes out of the fridge because I did not do that before I started filming. Let's see here. Okay, should be good. Now I gotta wash them. I'm sorry, I was very unprepared. I'm like so tired and I'm still sick. I pulled a muscle from coughing so much that it's just, oh, I'm a mess. I'm a mess. I'll be back in just a second. Let me wash these potatoes. Oh no, I didn't turn on music. Now it's like weirdly quiet in the apartment. We'll see how those potatoes turn out. Oh, okay. Let me get out my cutting board. I was very unprepared for this. We're also, since we're going to make the fries, we're going to preheat the oven to 450. Okay, potatoes. Let me grab a bowl. Probably the size is good. Switch you guys over here. We're going to cut our potatoes to make them into little wedges or fries. So I usually cut them in half and then I cut them into fours. I just find that works best. So then you can make it the most even that way. Kind of by eyeballing it. Little bruised. This one's actually a little thicker, so I think I'm going to do this one in 5. Okay, that's better. Thanks, every plate box. Not using that one. That's what I'm worried about for all these. Okay, this one's fine. Yes, you are the first one here today. Thank you for joining. Oh, that one's going to be bad too. Oh my gosh, every plate is really just pissing me off. This has been happening for weeks, but I love recipes with potatoes, so that's why I keep extras on hand just in case. But we'll try these two. Give me 1 second here. Okay, good or bad? Let me know. Good. No, bad. Half and half. Today we're making buffalo chicken sandwiches, and then it's just some homemade potatoes or fries, whatever you want to call them. Okay, and this should be enough after this one potato. Sorry, I also don't know if you guys can hear me like smacking. I have a cough drop in. All right, with our potatoes, we're going to do some olive oil. We have our sea salt. And some pepper. Oh, I didn't preheat the oven. Preheat it to 450. $4.50. Okay. little more pepper. Grab a spoon and mix it up. And it takes a good minute to kind of mix it all thoroughly and make sure that you get the seasoning on everything, the olive oil on everything. These are thick today. I did not cut them very thin. Ah! Already making a mess. Okay. It's probably good enough. Now I'm going to grab, I find that these are lifesavers if you don't want to have to do dishes. They're cookie baking sheets. And so you can put them on your pan when you go to bake cookies or potatoes or whatever you're making. And the paper kind of absorbs everything. So you don't really have to clean it when you're done. Just a quick rinse and you're good. Put down our potatoes. And just because some of these are really thick, I am going to fully, like sometimes I don't care if they're overlapping, but I want to make sure they're not overlapping currently. Just because they're thick. So we're going to go ahead and throw them in the oven. Now those are going to take a hot minute, so this is like the weird part. We'll kind of start the chicken sandwich though. I think we can get moving on that. So let me grab that out of the fridge. I'm also debating if we do a little bit of onion. I don't know. So what I did was I took 2 chicken breasts and I've been marinating them in some Frank's buffalo sauce for only about an hour. We just decided what we were doing for dinner about an hour ago. So we have our chicken here. Now, I say we go ahead and dip it in flour so that when you fry it up in some oil, it gives it a little bit of crisp on the outside. So we're going to grab some flour out of the pantry. Ugh. If I can get to it. Oh, goodness. We have the biggest bag and we don't bake. We don't use flour. Stick that over there. Okay. And I just use a paper plate to make things easy. And I put some flour on the paper plate. I'm going to grab a spoon. I just don't want to get it everywhere. That's a lot, but that's okay. Holy smokes, that's too much. I put too much. Let's put a little bit back. Okay. Oh, goodness. Okay. We have our flour here. Something I didn't do with the chicken and the marinade was season it. So I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper in here. And I'm also going to add a little bit to the flour so that if it doesn't stick while it's here in the marinade, hopefully it'll stick a little bit with the flour. And we'll do some pepper. On the chicken and then do some of the flour. You can kind of mix it up a little bit to get the salt and pepper incorporated into here. And then mix up your chicken. Okay. So we're going to prep our pan at least. I'm not going to get it hot quite yet. This is going to be like the worst live because it's kind of easy to do. Like there's not a whole lot going on at any given time. So we're going to cut our bun in half. I'm not going to use a bun, so this will be for Ben. But we'll throw it in our toaster oven and toast it up to... oh goodness, I'm sorry. To make sure it's a little bit crispy and then it can hold the chicken and any of the sauce that we put on. So we're going to toast that for a second. Oh. I feel like I'm missing an element. I think that's why I'm like, my brain's not here, is I feel like I'm missing something. Like, what do you put on a buffalo chicken sandwich? You could put cheese. You could put pickles. I feel like I'm missing something. I don't know what. I'm going to tell you. Maybe it is cheese. It's just not feeling right. Extra cheese to make it kind of crispy when you fry the cheese. That could be good. Make a cheese skirt. I know sometimes like with burgers, you can make a cheese skirt. These potatoes are going to take the longest. So I think we're just going to go ahead and fry up the chicken then. So we're kind of going to do it low and slow. Not for any like particular purpose, but partially because of the buffalo sauce. I'm sick. So if the buffalo sauce gets too hot on that pan, the fumes start to go to my nose and I'll start coughing, and I don't need that. I pulled a muscle like here in my side and it hurts so bad to cough. I'm going to move this over here. You guys probably... I'll shift you a little bit. Oh, you can see most of it. Oh. Take out the fork. Got our tongs. This apron is not flattering on me. Okay. So we're going to take our chicken, let it kind of drip off a little bit. And I wish I had marinated this longer, but like I said, we didn't decide on dinner until like an hour ago. So these have only been marinating for about an hour. Just throw them in some flour. Make sure they're well coated. Oh, it's kind of sticking to my fingers instead of the chicken now. Okay. Put it in. And go ahead and do that with the other one. This one's a different shape. Oh, I really have to cough. It hurts so bad. Oh, I love when I make a mess on my counter. That's how you know it'll be a good meal, right? Those are very different sized chickens. Okay. Let me throw this away. Put this in the sink. Wash my fingers since they have flour on them. Ah. Okay. Oh, goodness. Wipe up my flour mess. And now we wait. Buns are almost toasted. This will be good. I think we're going to top the sandwich with some ranch as well. That'll kind of be their, ooh. Sometimes I like doing a garlic mayo. But I don't know how I feel about that with buffalo. I'm sure it wouldn't be bad, but goodness gracious. Oh no, the flour's coming off. Wasn't frying high enough. Oh, you know what? Could be because I didn't do an egg wash either. I just did the sauce. So maybe that's the mistake there. I don't know if I've ever done it without dipping it in egg. But usually I use a dry rub, like a Frank's has a dry, like a buffalo ranch seasoning that we typically put on this. We don't usually marinate it in the sauce. So that could be part of it. But I turn up the heat a little bit too, just to see if it'll help it kind of stick. I think I didn't have it hot enough when I put the chicken in, so it didn't fry up the way it needed to be fried. Debating what to make tomorrow because I think I'm going to be home alone. So it's like, oh, I could eat out, but I could also just cook something yummy. I don't know what. Got some tilapia. I need to eat it at some point. Or salmon. Do salmon and rice. That did not work the way I wanted it to. That's okay. We're amateur cooks in this kitchen. It's okay that we make mistakes. Oh. This is honestly a really easy dinner too. We're almost done. Other than the potatoes, those are going to take a little bit of time, but I won't make you guys wait for that. I mean, really, we have our bun toasted. Once the chicken's done, we're going to throw it on the bun and just top it with some ranch. So really, this is the most boring cooking stream I've done so far. Not a whole lot to do. So we might just end it here today. I can try to find something better to make tomorrow. Like I said, I have salmon. Maybe I do like a salmon and zucchini and rice, or tilapia and zucchini and rice. That's mostly what I have. I make a really good blackening seasoning. So when I cook up tilapia, I put on blackening seasoning, and it's so good. So maybe I do like blackened tilapia, and then some rice and zucchini. That sounds okay. guess I can show you guys real quick before I end it. That's what it's looking like. So as you can see, the flowers started to come off of that. So it's not really what I wanted it to look like, but the vision was there. You know, I tried. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next stream.